We're so happy and honored to have you here, guys. Joff and Theo from Wolf Alice. How are you guys?
Good, very good. The
Good,
sun's
nice.
shining.
Yeah,
All is well.
awesome. So you're about to release your third album, Blue Weekend, this Friday. And after a lot of touring and awards and attention from your last albums, you started out to record demos in a converted church that became songs for the new album. How did the environment affect you as a band and the sound on Blue Weekend?
I don't know if the environment did specifically, although it was just a kind of place where we could go without distractions.
Yeah.
And I think come the fourth or fifth night, I think everyone was desperate for distractions, and even then we couldn't really find one properly, could we?
Mm-hmm.
We went on a desperate search for a pub, something to drink, but we couldn't. So yeah, we just focused on music, and it was beautiful. It was really nice. It was really nice to all get together again and think about, you know, the other side of our job, which is making music.
The church was like just the place where you met up and like started to write new songs, basically. Yeah.
We didn't choose it because it was a church or anything. It just was it was a nice place on Airbnb, and it had enough room for us to fit all our stuff in.
Yeah.
It was a very nice place though.
Oh, cool. Awesome. So could you tell us a little bit about the creative process and the inspiration behind the weekend, like how the sound and maybe the lyrics like came up to your mind?
I struggle to speak on Ellie's behalf because she really is the driving force behind the lyrics on this record, and like most things we've done. But I mean, it's very much a Wolf Alice album thematically. It's kind of just about human emotions in a way, and different sides of feeling things and experiences that us and Ellie have probably collated over the last few years. And it's kind of broad in that sense, and it's very, you know, emotionally driven. But yeah, I think we go with broad strokes in terms of the themes on this album. There's not one overarching thing, except for being alive in the world.
Okay, so and you have worked with the producer Marcus Traves on this album. How would you describe the new partnership with Marcus' addition to the creative process?
It was interesting. I think I've said before, I think Marcus is really good at seeing the bigger picture, where we're sometimes not very good at seeing the bigger picture. And he is very much about how do we put the songwriting front and center and communicate that, and you know, without kind of throwing the kitchen sink at it. And our approach is kind of, there's a great song, let's throw the kitchen sink at it over and over and over and over again. So it was a kind of meeting of those kind of two worlds, really. And I think we kind of went one way, then went the other, and kind of found a kind of happy medium, a kind of happy place in the middle. But it was really brilliant, to be honest, with someone with that experience, just to go, you know, okay, it's great, you want to do that, but what's this going to do? What's this going to, you know, how's this going to help the song? And you think about it for a minute and go, maybe you're right, I'm going to try it anyway. And that's kind of how we go, how the process worked out. But he was brilliant. He was a great guy to work with, and his engineer Ian Berryman is super talented, and I think he's moving into production. He's someone to look out for.
And you have released 3 singles from the album during 2021. And it was Last Man on Earth, Smile, and No Hard Feelings. Did you feel like right from the start that these songs would be singles from the album?
I think with Last Man on Earth, I think even when it's quite close to the demo that Ellie originally sent, and I think we all knew that felt like a bit of a moment in terms of the writing process of this record, and a bit of a linchpin and a step forward in a way. So I think The Last Man on Earth really naturally became something that we wanted to put out first, and was exciting to us because it didn't subscribe to what people might have an idea of Wolf Alice to do next. If we were to put Smile out, it might you know, I would expect us to do that, or someone else might. So The Last Man on Earth, I think, was a strong one. No Hard Feelings, I think we've always valued just the pure simplicity of that song and how much it feels effective in a short period of time. And I think that is a good thing to put out when you're, you know, teasing what's coming. And I think Smile, we just wanted to show people that riff. But I think, yeah, I think everything has felt really positive this time around in terms of those conversations and everything going into this record. It's very exciting at the moment. Yeah, it's weird that it comes out on Friday, to be honest. I keep forgetting that.
All right, awesome. So what does Blue Weekend mean to you?
I'll tell you what, it was a blue weekend this weekend.
It was. Woo!
In
England, we've been absolutely starved of any kind of blue. It's been absolutely amazing getting some sun. But yeah, I think the Blue Weekend is. I think its appeal to us was kind of in the ambiguity of the word blue and what that could mean. Blue, you know, has very different kind of meanings. I don't know if in other languages if it does like have that same ambiguity, but definitely in English it does. So, you know, blue can be sad and kind of a bit stoic, and you know, or you know, it can be really happy and joyful. So it was kind of, considering that all the songs come from, you know, various different places emotionally, it felt like an interesting way to frame something that has a lot of emotional content in it.
I have listened to the album, and my personal favorites are Smile and Feeling Myself. Do you have any favorite song or like a track that means something special to you from the album?
They're all special, but I love How Can I Make It Okay, just because I remember when I first heard it and the kind of joy I felt at hearing that chorus. And yeah, I'm just excited to play that one.
I'm going to say The Beach 2, because it developed quite a lot in the studio. And the album, you know, starts with The Beach 1, which is kind of shares similar themes to The Beach 2. And it's kind of like you end at this place that you started. But at the start, it's all anxious and kind of tense. And at the end, you're back where you are, but you've kind of gone through this journey, and it's a lot more hopeful and a lot more kind of, yeah, happy and grateful and all those kind of things.
Yeah. All right, so let's dive into the live parts I've made. But
I wish we could dive into the live part.
Yeah. But now we're going to talk about the live parts, so that's better than nothing. I saw you live for the first time in Stockholm 2018 and was totally blown away by your show. I just need to say that. And of course, it's not hard to mention like the pandemic and how it affects the whole music industry, but now it seems it's like opening up again, and you have some shows booked for 2021 and 2022, which is awesome. How much are you longing for playing live again?
Yeah, I mean, we're desperate. Especially now this weather's like this, you can just feel like how unbelievable it would be to have an album out, to play these songs and like have a good time with everyone. I feel like everyone's such a shit period. I mean, I think you ask any band who cut their teeth as much as we have playing live, but that's pretty much, I'd say like 80% of what we do in terms of time spent over our career, probably maybe even more, because we seem to spend more time on the road than we do anything else. And we really miss it. And I think all of us are kind of like just almost acclimatized to this new way of being, and it's such a massive facet of Wolf Alice. So fingers crossed, we're headlining Latitude, which is insane to say, 21. And then we're doing Reading Festival as well, and then hopefully be able to arrange some more stuff to go to more places when it all gets a bit clearer. But it feels different every day. It's so stressful.
Yeah, of course. Cool. So we definitely fingers crossed for these shows to like take place. Or what do you say? Yeah.
Yeah. Big time.
Yeah. And what are your expectations of playing the new album live?
Cool. I mean, we've really been enjoying play. I mean, we've been rehearsing the new song since January because it's one of the only things that we've been allowed to do. Yeah, the government said that we could rehearse. Or, you know,
that's great.
Musicians, not just us. We weren't the only exception, but yeah. Oh, we've loved it though, haven't we? It's been really wicked to be playing these new songs, and I think they sound really good.
Yeah.
Probably because we've had about, you know, however long now, 6 months worth of just rehearsing them. But I can't wait to get out and play them and show people. I think, you know, it feels really exciting, and I hope that excitement continues until we can actually play the shows. But yeah. No, it's really exciting. We've got a new member as well. We've got a guy playing keys with us.
Oh, okay.
A guy called Ryan Malks, who was one of the main writers of the band Superfood. I don't know if you remember them.
No, I don't think I heard them. No.
Yeah, they were Birmingham, weren't they?
Yeah, Birmingham.
Well, they were a Birmingham band. Kind of around the same time as Peace, if you remember them. Peace and Swim Deep. There was a bit of a scene in Birmingham.
No, maybe I should go back and listen to these bands.
You should, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so the last question I have, and it's like, it takes us back to the memory lane. What is your best memory from your previous shows? Is it like any location or festival or feeling or a hyped audience that have made like a special place in your heart as a live act?
Oh God, you're so great. You're so lucky, aren't you? Just do it you do it more or less every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My one is we played a place called Alexandra Palace, and I grew up quite close to there. There was this massive venue, and I always remember they'd get double-decker buses to transport people from the local areas because it's not very well connected. That gig when we like kind of were behind the curtain and could hear all the crowd. I do feel like that was a very special memory. But like Geoff said, there's many to choose from. I'm discriminating against a good time spent.
I understand.
Yeah, no, completely. I mean, things like Glastonbury, you know, the big ones are always really special. But then, you know, then we'll go over to somewhere like America where, you know, in some places in America, we can, you know, pull like 1,000 or 1,500 in some of the bigger places. But then you go to a place that's, you know, you're playing in a bar to kind of 200 people. And some of those can just be as kind of engaging, as special. Yeah. Oh, I don't want to dwell on it too much. Cool.
Yeah. And then you need to come to Sweden again, as I said in the beginning.
Of course. Yeah.
We love you over here.
Oh, thank you.
Hope to see you again. So that was all of my questions, and I would say thank you so much for taking your time to talk to us at Tinsel Music Magazine. And I'm sure we're all looking forward to hear the new album on Friday. And I wish you an awesome release day on Friday.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you. And take care. Cheers.
Hopefully we'll see you in Stockholm. Thanks.
I hope so. Thanks. Bye.